Okay, so, when you think about subscription boxes, maybe you feel like, well, they've kind of been done to death, right?
Yeah.
Especially the generic ones. But hold on a second. We're looking at something different today, something pretty specific, crunchy, tasty, and profitable.
Exactly.
We're diving into a niche that, honestly, it challenges that whole oversaturated idea. This isn't about those global snack brands or, the usual protein bars. It's something else.
Something much more rooted.
Yeah, rooted, locally rooted, eco-conscious, and surprisingly scalable, actually. So today, in this deep dive, we are unpacking this trend, sustainable snack box subscriptions, sourced directly from local farms.
Right.
And our mission here is really to get under the hood and see why this isn't just some feel-good idea.
It's a genuinely viable business model.
Exactly. And one that actually helps support local ecosystems, too.
Yeah.
We've pulled together insights from, well, a bunch of sources, looking at this exact thing, trying to boil it down for you. I'm honestly pretty excited to get into this mix of, green practices and real entrepreneurial spirit. There are some aha moments here, I think.
And that's what we're here for, to help connect those dots for you. Because what's really insightful isn't just what these boxes are.
Right.
It's the shifts underneath, Consumer behavior, market dynamics, that's what's driving their success.
Okay.
So we'll dig into the why and what it means more broadly for entrepreneurs, but also for the communities they're part of.
Okay, so when we say sustainable snack box here,
Yeah.
we're not just talking about any old monthly delivery, are we?
No, definitely not.
What really sets these apart in what feels like a pretty crowded space?
That's the key question.
Yeah.
It's not just a delivery, it's curated. It's a connection, a tangible link back to local farming.
A connection. How so?
Think of it like a mini CSA box, community-supported agriculture. But for snacks.
Okay.
Delivering seasonal stuff directly from small batch producers. We're talking like heritage grain popcorn, maybe some solar-dried fruit leathers. Oh, interesting.
Artisanal nut mixes, unique veggie crisps maybe, all sourced within, say, 100 miles or so.
Right.
And every item supports sustainable farming, often through direct partnerships that, cut out the usual middlemen.
That direct partnership piece sounds crucial. But, okay, why now? What's special about, say, 2025 that makes this model really take off? Is it just timing?
Well, timing and trends converging. That's where the data gets pretty interesting. Sustainability.
Yeah.
It was a buzzword a few years back, right?
Sure.
But the sources we looked at show a real shift, like a 15% jump year over year in people actively looking for and willing to pay more for transparent, locally sourced goods.
15%. Wow.
Yeah, specifically in snacks. So people aren't just saying they care anymore, they're voting with their wallets. They want authenticity, a story. And Farm to Snack, well, it delivers that story.
That makes a lot of sense. Local sourcing, shortens supply chains, connects people, okay? But dealing with lots of small, different farms, doesn't that create headaches? Logistically, quality control, compared to one big supplier. That's a really sharp question, and it does require a different approach.
So how do they manage?
It's about flexibility in relationships. You see things like tiered partnerships, maybe volume commitments so farmers can plan better.
Okay.
Sometimes the business might even invest in small equipment, like dehydrators, to help farms handle surplus produce. Quality control relies less on a factory checklist and more on, trust and shared values with the growers. And you gain so much in freshness and lower carbon footprint by skipping global shipping. It tends to outweigh those small-scale complexities.
And the subscription model itself, obviously predictable income is great. But any unique upsides for this specific niche, beyond just steady cash flow?
Oh, absolutely. For this model, predictable cash flow is gold. It helps manage that variable inventory from multiple farms.
Right, because harvests aren't always predictable.
Exactly. Unlike a fixed product line, they can use subscriber data to forecast demand for seasonal items. That cuts down waste for farmers and lets them keep the boxes interesting.
Dynamic content.
Precisely. Platforms like Cratejoy or Subly, they're not just for billing. Their real value here is allowing easy inventory updates, maybe personalized options. Crucial when you've got fluctuating harvests.
So you can lean into the seasonality.
Totally. You could theme boxes, summer berry blast or a root vegetable roaster, keep subscribers engaged, optimizes what the farms have.
So it's really curating an experience, isn't it? Not just shipping food, deepening that connection you mentioned.
That's exactly. To build loyalty, it has to be immersive. Imagine like getting apple chips.
Okay.
And there's a little QR code in the box, scan it, and you see a short video of the farmer in their orchard talking about those apples.
Oh, that's cool.
Or maybe a card showing the carbon miles saved compared to an imported snack. One company we saw even included seed paper with wildflower seeds.
Get out. Seriously.
Yeah, encouraging customers to plant them. It extends that whole local ecosystem idea beyond just the snack. It's those little touches, turns a purchase into a relationship.
That's brilliant for building attachment. Okay, let's talk money. You mentioned a sustainability premium. What exactly is that, and how does it make this model profitable?
Right, the sustainability premium. Basically, it's the extra value people assign to products that tick those boxes. Ethical, local, eco-friendly.
So they'll pay more.
Often, yeah, maybe 10, 20% more than a mass market equivalent, because they know the money supports local farms, cuts carbon, and often, frankly, it's just a better, healthier product.
And the business model.
The businesses set up direct deals, buy wholesale from the farms at a fair price, then add that premium for the consumer, creates a margin that works for everyone involved.
Okay, makes sense. And are there other ways they make money besides just the main box subscription?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Lots of opportunities for upsells, add-ons like local teas, maybe some sustainable kitchen gadgets, recipe cards using box ingredients, and corporate gifting is a big one. Eco-conscious companies, they're looking for unique gifts like branded snack boxes for employees or clients.
That's a smart angle.
We've also seen pushes into schools and colleges, healthier snack options for students, mini packs for dorms, tackling that demand for better choices than the usual vending machine stuff.
And what's really interesting, I think, is that some farmers are doing this themselves now, right?
Yeah.
Cutting out the middleman entirely.
Yes. Launching their own direct-to-consumer snack boxes.
That must be huge for them.
It's powerful. Vertical integration lets them keep more of the value and build those direct customer relationships, which actually brings up a good point. Who is the ideal customer for these boxes?
It's maybe broader than you'd first think. It's not just the diehard organic-only shoppers.
Right.
We're seeing young professionals in cities looking for convenient, guilt-free snacks, busy parents wanting healthier, traceable stuff for kids' lunches, but also that whole conscious consumer group people willing to spend a bit more if it aligns with their values, transparency, community impact.
Values-driven purchasing.
Exactly. The sources show a strong link to people interested in local food, healthy eating, cutting their carbon footprint, and maybe not super price sensitive, at least initially.
Okay, so for someone listening who's maybe inspired by this, an entrepreneur, maybe even a farmer thinking about a new sales channel, what's the first step? What's the actionable advice?
The consistent theme is start super local, start small. Like, imagine someone, let's call her Sarah.
Okay.
Her first move wasn't some huge business plan. It was going to the farmer's market, actually talking to growers, getting just enough, say, artisanal fruit leather and roasted chickpeas for maybe 10 boxes.
Just 10 to start.
Yeah. That personal connection, telling the farmers stories, that becomes the brand's core. Use social media, do snack reveals, virtual farm tours, get people involved. Maybe let early subscribers vote on the next box theme. Build that engagement.
And really lean into the storytelling, like you said. Sustainability isn't just data, it's emotional. And you mentioned platforms like Curated or Subly, making the tech side easier. Their key feature for this niche, really, is handling that flexible inventory, multiple suppliers. Means you don't need a giant warehouse setup from day one.
Right.
What you absolutely need is authenticity and that real connection to your local producers.
Okay, so we've kind of explored the what, the why, the how, the who, all behind these sustainable snack boxes. What we've really unpacked, I think, is this compelling idea that the next big scalable business might not need fancy tech or global logistics.
Right.
It could be as simple or maybe as fundamental as taking what your community already grows, adding some purpose, some personality, and just delivering it to someone's door.
And if you zoom out a bit, it really makes you think about our whole relationship with consumption, doesn't it?
How so?
It kind of pushes us to stop thinking so globally about where everything comes from and maybe start snacking local, which leads to a question for you listening. What overlooked local resources are right there around you? Things that could be transformed into something purposeful, something impactful. How can a simple choice, like what snack you eat, actually have a positive ripple effect in your community and maybe even beyond?
That's definitely something to chew on. We really hope this deep dive gave you some serious food for thought. and maybe inspires you to look a little closer at the opportunities hiding right in your own backyard.
Thanks so much for joining us for this deep dive.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep discovering.